Assalamu alaikum everyone and welcome back to Mathmatist, and today we are going to do another session on percentage chapter, and this session we are going to talk about this kind of maths which are really easy. Okay, uh, at first let us read the two number question. What did it say? I have to take my pencil, as whenever I put my hands over here it looks dark. Really, my hands are dark. Anyway, there are 30 students in grade 5, that means class 5, and 12 students are girls. 30 students in total. There are 30 students and 12 students are girls. How many percent of students are girls? Okay, remember one thing: whenever they will ask you to find out percent of anything, it means you have to try to find out percentage of excuse me, I was having a little bit of problem. Percent. Okay, percent. Whenever they are going to talk about percent, you are supposed to say in term of 100. Okay, it means in 30 students, if the number of girls are 12, then in one student will be how much, and in 100 student will be how much. Okay, there we are going to do, I'm going to teach you actually unitary method for all these maths, because those are pretty simple and also much more effective to get marks. Okay, you can see over here I have already done the math, and this part is actually extra. Do not look at this part. Okay, this part is actually extra. I really don't want to see you show you this one, so I'm just going to keep this much here. In 30 student, number of girls are 12. In one student, number of girls are 12 by 13. Always write down the right side number first, then the other number. If it is multiplication, then write it on right side. If it is division, then go for downside. Okay, so in term of 100, it will be multiplied with definitely more than 1, so it will be multiplied with this part. And now you can see I have cut down that 0 and that 0 to make it little bit short, and afterward the earthquake. Okay, afterward I have cut down 3 ones are 3 and 3 fours are 12. You can see I don't have any number except 1 over here, and 4 and 10 makes 40. I'm not going to give any percentage sign over here, because it is very important not to put down percentage sign over here. What you are going to do, you are going to write down percentage on so or answer. Okay, so there are 40% girls in this class. There are 40%. Now you can use percent sign. Okay, now another thing I want to tell you, the question was actually about how many percentage of girls. They gave you number of girl over here, 12 girls. Okay, if they gave you the same stamp but they said what is the percent of boy student, on the time what you will do, you can do one thing. Okay, you can actually do two things. I'm going to show you only one thing over here. You can do this last part. Okay, you can say that was a little bit messy thing. This is why I had to take time. You can see number of girls student. If they ask you to find out boy, giving you number of girls. If they ask you to find out boy, on that time you can use that way. Number of girls student this, therefore number of boys student percentage will be 100 minus 40. Percentage means actually in term of 100, so we are supposed to subtract it from 100. Okay, the percentage of boys will be 60%. This is just a extra part. Sometimes they gave you this kind of tricky question to solve it. They are not that hard, just you need to little bit witty to understand. The next one I want to talk about is here. Okay, there are 50 students in class 5, and 42% students are girls. Now they just didn't give you number of girls, they gave you the percentage of girl. Okay, how many girls are there, how to do that one, let's see. As you can say, I have already written a few lines let the total number 100. As we are doing percentage math, it means we can take 100 maximum time all the time we can take at it as a let. Okay, suppose this many students are there, 100 students are there, so in whenever they say 42%, it means actually in term of 100, there are 42 students are girls. Okay, this is why we say that just let it. Okay, not let it go, just suppose it. Okay, like this. In 100 students, number of girls are 42. In one, definitely there will be less than 100, so we have divide that one. And in term of one, for her one, if you're thinking about 50 student, one student this much, then 50 student definitely will be more, so we are going to go for more, means multiplication. Which one is actually over here? And I can see we can cut down double double and sorry, double double zero. We are not supposed to say, make fun, right? No, we can make fun, right? One and there's two. Now we can cut down two, and two ones are two, and there will be 2 and 1, 21. So in total 21. Okay, now I can say that I'm going to little bit up my copy, turn up my copy. Now I can say that, so there are 21 girls students. Please pardon my writing. Pardon my writing everywhere. Every time you love me. Okay. Now remember one thing. Again I want to tell you, if there is any extra question, they gave you number of percentage of boys and girls, and then they ask you as a extra question. This one is also extra question. How many boys are there? How many boys are there? If they gave you this extra question on the time, what we are going to do after doing all of the maths, we can do one thing. We can just subtract it. Therefore, number of I write down off 2 times. Number of boys or boy student is, there's a total number 50 minus 21 equal to, you tell me, there will be 9 and there will be 2. This much. This is your answer. Okay, I didn't write down in broad way. I just write down is a short way, brief way, to make you understand how, when they gave you one information, by using that information, how you are going to find out another information. They are pretty easy. Okay, there's another math we want to talk about is population of y3 population of Shak Shakipur. Okay, that is Shakipur. Population of Shakipur is 1280, and 40% populations of that village is educated, and the rest of them are uneducated. Okay, find out the number of educated person. This one definitely goes with which one? 3 number. I hope that you can do it by yourself. Still, if you want a direction, I am going to tell you the direction. What you are going to write down, let the exactly like previous, let the population number, let the total population is 100. Now you can write down in 100, number of educated people 40, then for 1 and for 200, 1280, how much? Okay, this is how you are going to find out that math. It is pretty simple and easy, and I'm going to go for another one. Still, if you need any help, you can ask me anywhere you want. You know where to find me, right? Sometime I really got stuck, but please pray for me. Now we are going to do 2 more maths over here. This one I already asked you and gave you information how to do them, so don't forget that. And now we are going to do 2 number and 3 number. Okay, so how to do 2 number? Let's read it fast. In a school, 30% students were absent among 80 students on Sunday. Okay, how many students were present on that day? See, the tricky thing over here again comes out, like they gave you information about absent student, so there's the total student, they gave you absent student, number of absent student, and they ask you to find out the number of present student. How much? Little bit wittiness over here, right? You have to do it. How to do it? Let's do it. I'm going to say I'm going to do the first part. I'm going to just simply find out the absent student, amount of absent student, let the total student 100, then in 100 student number of absent student were 30, then for 1 how much, for 80 how much, then after finding out the total absent student in actual number, actual format out of 80, on that I'm going to just subtract it. Done. How easy math is. You can see that I have already write down the information over here. Total number of total student 100, in 100 student number of absent student is 30, then for 1 student it will be less amount, definitely division, and for 80 student, which one was our total, for 80 student definitely it will be more than 1, so we are going to multiply that part with 30. And you can see there is 100, 2 zeros over here. I can cut 1 0 with 1 0, 1 0 with another 0, and the answer will be 3 8s are 24 by 1. Which one we are not going to write? This is the number actually. This is the number which one is absent in 80 student. Okay, now how to do the last part? Let's see. Here 24 students are absent, so number of present students equal to, from the total number we are going to subtract our 24. Okay, so 80 minus 24 equal to 56. This is your answer. Okay, the way I said that there will be a tricky question. This is a tricky question. They gave you number of absent student, but they ask you number of present student. This is how we are going to just find it out, and this is our answer. There is another math, which one we are going to do is number 3. Let's read number 3 for first. In number 3 they say there are 2 people, okay, Hussein and Shamim. Hussein's monthly income is 2050 taka and he is spending his money 1700 taka on food. Shamim's monthly income is 1800 taka and he is spending 1440 taka on food. Basically their salary is different, so they are also spending different amount of money according to their salary, according to their income. Okay, so at the first question they say that express the ratio of expense on food of the total income. We have to find out the ratio of what? Expense on. So we are going to put the expense on and the income on the down, okay, as a denominator. Let's see that one. So I'm just going to explain that part. Okay, so we are going to find out the ratio as I said that. So for Hassan we are going to write down ratio is food expense against his income. So we are just going to, this is our fraction and we are going to transform this one as a percentage. So as you know that I prefer to write down 1 by 100 to find a to put right down percentage sign. For balancing that 100, I put that 100 over here. Now this 0 and this 0, this 0 and this 0, we can cut it, anything we can cut it, just simple. Okay, now with 25 we have cut down this one. Okay, the 7th time it will go, and we have cut down this 0 and put it over here. Let me explain another time. We have given this 1 by 100 for finding out this percentage sign, because we need to find it is a percentage ratio, and then we can cut down these 2 zeros with that 2 zeros. Then 25 will goes 175 for 7 time, and this 0 I have cut it down and put it over here. This is 70 and this is 70%. Now you can see for Shamim's ratio what we are going to do, exactly the same. I have done write down that 1 by 100 again over here, and for balancing this one over here. Now 00 00, cut it down. Now this 18 in 144 goes for 8 time, and I have cut down this 0 and put it down over here. It is 80%. You can see that Hassan's ratio is 70% and Shamim's ratio is 80%. In conclusion, we can write it what? So their ratio of expense on food to the total income at this line, you can get it from your textbook, are 70% and 80% respectively. We are supposed to write down respectively, because we are talking about Hassan and Shamim, both of them together. Now you can see that the second part, they said who actually spent more food on their more portion of money they've spent on their food. You can see Hassan spent 70% of his income and Shamim spent 80% of his income. Definitely 70 is less than 80. So we can say that Shamim spent more of his income than Hassan for food. Write down for food over here. For food. Wow, our math is done. This session is also done, and we can say that this is the second session we are doing, and I'm going to come back for third session for completing the there will be more 2 session, as I said, simple interest and also profit and loss. But this is for today over. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.